Welcome to Lazy Crime Stories, bite-sized true crime and creepy tales, straight to the eerie parts, 5 minutes, one chilling story at a time. The Ghost of Room 104, 1967, Route 66, New Mexico. The Desert Sun Motel wasn't the kind of place you chose. It was the kind of place you ended up. Half its neon sign was dead, buzzing faintly against the endless New Mexico sky. The rooms were cheap, the towels scratchy, the air smelled like old cigarettes and desert dust. It was a last resort kind of stop, exactly where Harold Benson found himself one August night in 1967. Harold was a traveling salesman, watches mostly, trudging across the dusty spine of Route 66. Middle-aged, neatly dressed, tired eyes. He paid cash for one night and took room 104 down near the end of the row. The desk clerk, a teenager named Danny, barely looked up from his magazine as he slid the key across the counter. Nobody thought twice about Harold Benson until the next morning when he didn't check out. At first, it seemed harmless. Maybe he overslept. Maybe he hit the road early and forgot to drop the key. But when Danny went to clean the room, he found the door still locked from the inside. No response to knocking. No voices. No movement behind the closed curtains. The manager, Mr. Ruiz, grabbed the master key. When they opened the door, a wave of stale, metallic-smelling air spilled out. The room looked almost untouched. The bed was still perfectly made. The old TV sat hissing static into the empty room. The bathroom light flickered, casting jittery shadows across the stained linoleum. And then there was the stain. A dark, brownish bloom spreading across the ceiling above the bed. It didn't take long to find the source. In the crawl space above room 104, crammed awkwardly between dusty insulation and beams, was Harold's suitcase, blood-smeared. Inside, they found his clothes, his papers, his wallet, all there, except Harold. No body, no blood trail, no broken locks or windows, no signs of a struggle, only silence, thick and heavy, like the room was holding its breath. The police came. They took statements. They photographed the scene and combed every inch of the place. Officially, it went down as suspicious circumstances. Unofficially, everyone just called it what it was, a vanishing. Harold Benson was never seen again. The motel patched the hole, painted over the stain, replaced the carpet. After a few days, room 104 was back in rotation. Business as usual. But something had changed. Something no amount of paint could cover. The first guest after Harold was a trucker named Matt Carter. He lasted less than a night. Around 2 a.m., he stumbled into the lobby in his socks, pale and shaking. He said he couldn't stay in that room another second. He said he heard knocking, not on the door, but from inside the ceiling. Soft at first, then louder, more urgent, like fists pounding from above. He said he heard something dragging across the roof, a slow, scraping shuffle that circled overhead. When Mac turned off the lights, the TV turned itself on, hissing white noise so loud it rattled the windows. And in the screen's reflection, he swore he saw someone sitting on the bed behind him, just watching. When he spun around, the bed was empty. Mac left without waiting for a refund. The pattern repeated itself. Guests in room 104 complained of the same things. Knocking from the ceiling, TV static that whispered like voices, cold spots where the desert heat should have been suffocating. One woman woke to find muddy handprints smeared across the inside of her bathroom mirror. Another swore she saw the door handle rattling furiously, even though no one was on the other side. No one stayed 2 nights. Management stopped renting out room 104. They tried to padlock it, but every few days, they would find the door ajar, swinging gently in the hot desert breeze, the lights inside flickering. Eventually, Mr. Ruiz boarded it up completely, pretended it didn't exist. Guests checking in would notice the gap in the numbering. Rooms 103, 105. If they asked, the clerks just shrugged. Some things were better left unexplained. The desert sun hung on for a few more years, a stubborn relic on the side of a dying highway. When the new interstate pulled traffic away, the motel dried up like everything else around it. Today, the desert sun is a skeleton. A crumbling shell baked by decades of desert heat. Cactus and sand have swallowed the parking lot. The wind whistles through broken windows. The once bright neon sign lies face down in the dirt, its last flicker long since dead. But if you find the ruins, and some do, thrill seekers, ghost hunters, drifters. You might notice the far south wing, and if you listen, really listen, you'll hear it. A faint knock, a dragging sound across the empty roof, the low hum of a dead TV broadcasting to no one. And maybe, just maybe, if you stand near where room 104 once was, you will hear someone softly tapping on the other side of the wall, begging to be let out, still waiting, still trapped, still forgotten. One last thing. If you enjoyed today's crime, leave your fingers. Like, share, and subscribe before you disappear.